As the Global 6 Waves of Mercy set foot on Pulauwe, the mayor, Pak Dr. Sofian Harun, graciously offered his office to the first and only relief team to arrive on the island. The port town of Sabang is where the volunteers set up their base camp. Called POSCO Global 6 by the locals, it is the Global 6 Waves of Mercy Command Center. This multi-purpose premise is not only a base camp, but also the team's sleeping quarters, dining room, and warehouse, all in one. The presence of the Global 6 Waves of Mercy volunteers is a beacon of hope for the battered survivors. Five of the 9 doctors from Sabang Hospital perished in the 2004 tsunami when they were on holiday in Banda Aceh. Global 6 Waves of Mercy medical personnel helped to treat the injured and sick victims on the island. However, they only visit the hospital if and when their services are required. In the first week of their mission, their medical team had to perform a cesarean section on a traumatized mother.
And in my team, we also had an anesthetist, and I'm a surgeon. So we were able to do a cesarean section for a pregnant mother because the gynecologist at that time was not there, and the anesthetist, they don't have an anesthetist, they only have a medical assistant who does anesthesia. So Ranjit being an anesthetist doctor, she was able to give anesthesia for the patient, and we managed to do the cesarean section. This is a bit unusual. Usually we don't see that in relief missions. Even though these people have undergone so much of loss, so much of tragedy, but when they see you, they still give you a smile. They'll still invite you to come into their refugee camps with whatever little food they had, they offer to us also. That is very touching actually. You can still see smiles in their faces. None of them actually cried in front of us, relating their experiences.
Apart from that, they hold medical camps at the 18 displaced people's camps, also known as DPCs, on Pulauwe. DPCs are temporary shelters for tsunami survivors. The Global 6 Waves of Mercy successfully initiated and completed a measles vaccination project for children between 1 and 15 years old. Directed by the United Nations, the Global 6 Waves of Mercy medical personnel and local nurses went to several schools and DPCs to carry out this program. Some 5,500 children were vaccinated. The Global 6 mission has managed to send aid and emergency supplies worth approximately 27 million ringgit, almost $7 million to Aceh. This has been a remarkable achievement, considering the Global 6 moved all the goods on their own without relying on government machinery. All this was made possible thanks to the smart partnership with the Waves of Mercy, plus the committed volunteers at both the Global 6 base camp in Aceh and the Command and Control Center in Kuala Lumpur. What impact did the second largest earthquake in recorded history have on the volunteers?
I guess there's two sides of the same coin, is that the tsunami brought a lot of destruction, a lot of damage, a lot of lives were lost, a lot of hopes were dashed. But I think the positive side of the tsunami incident was that it opened the eyes of the world to a lot of these so-called third world countries like Acheh, and in the sense that the world can see how much poverty there is and how much these people need help. We were quite shocked with the amount of destruction that was there. it's really, really different from what you see on TV. You see it for yourself. It's just beyond words. I can say it's as though someone has dropped a really big atom bomb in the middle of the sea. It's just unbelievable. I've never seen such destruction in my life. But yet at the same time, what really touched me is that there were a lot of people who actually came together from all over the world, and we all got together with one single cause.
How did they make a difference?
But then when I went in there, I was put into the logistic team. Then I did a lot of distribution earlier. Then later I was also involved in preparing the generator system.
I think this is the best period of my life because joining Global Sikh it's something new, because even though it's the organization is for Punjabis, but it has opened its doors to other races and other religion. Especially I was very touched by the prayers given when we were leaving. That really touched me, and I was very, very overcome with emotion when I left the last time I went to Acheh. Not only prayers by the Punjabis, but by the Malays, by the Christians and other races too. We were given chance to perform our rites, before we leave. I'm a registered counsellor. So when I went to Acheh, my mind is to help the people over there to cope whatever problems that they are having.
Will they go back to help the victims of the deadliest natural disaster?
Yes, actually I would love to go back to Acheh because I felt that what I did was very little, and I was there nearly a month, and that it's not enough.
Saya tinggal di kota Sabang, di Pantai Kasih. Rumah semua habis, hanya anak, cucu. Yang lain kakak, saudara pun tidak ada lagi. Begitu juga saya banyaklah terima kasih pada encik-encik yang adalah menolong kami di kota Sabang ini. Seperti encik-encik yang sudah pulang, balik lagi untuk menolong kami. Saya banyak terima kasih pada encik. Saya doakan pada Allah, lindungilah encik-encik. Bisalah berjumpa dengan kami lagi. Terima kasih.
Govinda